reading and listening to your criticisms of her, which really are quite searing, again, focusing on her track record of accomplishment. And I'm just wondering, when you talk about blemishes, you have an amazing round of accomplishments in your life, but someone could say it like this. You ran for Senate and lost. You worked for John McCain. You were moved off that campaign, and he lost. You had a tenure at Hewlett-Packard that a lot of people describe as extremely rocky, destroying jobs and destroying the company's reputation. Are you really the right person to be criticizing Hillary Clinton's accomplishments or lack thereof?
Well, you've clearly been reading the Democratic talking points.
Let's
just start with Hewlett-Packard.
I'm reading the New York Times.
We accomplished a lot. We accomplished a lot at Hewlett-Packard. We doubled the size of the company to almost $90 billion. We quadrupled the growth rate from 2% to 9%. We tripled the rate of innovation to 11 patents a day. We quadrupled cash flow. We went from lagging to leading in every product category in every market segment. And in technology, if you're lagging, you're failing. If you're leading, you're growing jobs and growing products, which we did. With regard to California, yes, absolutely, I lost that general campaign, but I won more Republican votes, more Democratic votes, and more independent votes than virtually anyone else running at any point in that cycle. That's how big California is, and it's a demonstration of the fact that a conservative non-politician can reach beyond our party and talk with Democrats and independents alike. And of course, that's what we're going to have to do.
That same description of your accomplishments could be applied, Steve Ratner, to Hillary Clinton's tenure as head of the State Department. Some say that she did amazing things around the world for women and for access to capital for women and for opening doors to the true leaders of countries around the world. Or you could see it the way Republicans see it, and they can talk about Benghazi. It's all about how you look at those accomplishments.
Well, sure, and voters ultimately are going to have to weigh those two. But I think the question, Ms. Fiorina made the point that that you might have been reading talking points, which you weren't. But I think the flip side is that I think Ms. Fiorina may be reading her own talking points in the sense that at Hewlett-Packard, I believe you were actually excused, fired is maybe a less nice word, from that job. I think your tenure at Lucid
I was fired. Absolutely, I was fired.
So was I.
And I've been very public about why.
No, but this fired and this fired. But you were fired after a disaster merger with Compaq, and the stock price collapsed, and a lot of really bad stuff happened. Actually, it was a very successful merger with Compaq, which everyone now acknowledges it was a very successful merger with Compaq and set the company up for great success. Well, it was a successful merger because your successor managed to execute what you were not able to execute, which is why the board fired you, I believe.